Yes, guys, how's it going? Sorry, I've lost my voice today, so I can't be as expressive as I want to be. But there we are. The news has come out. Ian Foster is indeed our new Plymouth Argyle manager. 47 years old. He was assistant to Steven Gerrard in Saudi Arabia. Be interesting to see how he does, to be honest. You know what? Considering the circumstances, it's not that bad of a choice, in my honest opinion. I don't know how to feel about it yet, although at the same time, I know what Argyle's like with bringing in youth coaches in. It's a hard one to say for me. The one I wanted in was Scott Parker or John Eustace, because they are both quality championship managers. However, I get why we haven't gone for one of them, because the last thing we want to do is go for a big name, and then that big name's ego is bigger than the club's. And if they put themselves before the club, then we don't want that as a fan base. We don't want that. But we were linked with so many people. Steve Cotterill, which I'm glad we didn't get. Obviously, Ian Foster, who we've got now. Scott Parker, John Eustace, Tony Mowbray. We were even linked with Paul Cook and Swansea's new manager, Luke Williams. I'm glad we didn't get either of those two either. And Dean Holden as well. I'm glad we didn't get any of those because I just don't think they've quite proved themselves in League One yet. But you never know. I could be wrong. But no, Ian Foster is confirmed, is our new manager. He's managed Lewis Gibson before in the under-18s for England. Well, under-17s, I should say. But he has also worked on the under-18s, under-19s and under-20s. And he was assistant to Phil Neville in the women's team. So that's where my positive comes in, because Ian Foster does have a lot of experience with England in itself. So he won the World Cup with them, for crying out loud. So that does give me some positivity from that, to be honest. We were also linked with Tottenham's assistant to Ange Postecoglou, Chris Davis. That didn't materialise at the end. But you know what that just shows? It just shows that since 100 people applied for the Argyle job, it just shows that, honestly, a lot of people are actually more interested in our manager job than what I thought, honestly. So all we can do now, whether what people think of Ian Foster, all we can do now is get behind the team, get behind him, and we survive this season in the Championship. We start off with Sutton at home today. It's going to be very interesting indeed. I mean, it all sounds positive as well, because both Simon Hallett and Neil Dewsnip sound pretty pleased with this appointment. And you know what? If Dewsnip and Hallett can trust him, then I can trust him. We still got a very good squad at the end of the day. The only downside is that Ian Foster is a Scouser. And you know our history now with Scousers as managers. Ryan Lowe snaked off, Stephen Schumacher snaked off. Hopefully, Ian Foster does not make it 3 in a row. We hope he's a really good manager for us. And you know what? I'm really excited for him. He was also assistant to Paul Cook when Portsmouth won League Two in 2016-17. And he had Connor Chaplin in his team that season as well. The likes of Connor Chaplin. So, again, it'll be very interesting to see how we do with Ian Foster. Up and down about it. I can see why people don't want him, but I can also see why people really want him. So, all we got to do, Green Army, is have faith in this guy. So all I can say is hopefully we'll have faith in this guy and we'll get the results. Finally get our first away win that Shuey couldn't do this season. Stay up and build from that for next season. So let's get behind Ian Foster's green and white BARMY army. Got Sutton today in the FA Cup. But I know Foster's first proper challenge will be our crucial away day to Huddersfield next week. In a massive, massive, massive game. It's absolutely massive when we play Huddersfield next week. If we at least get a point, it's not too bad. But a win at Huddersfield would be really special to keep up our survival credentials. Massive game next week. Massive game for Ian Foster. Nance is going to stay in the team as part of the coaching team with Ian Foster, so that's good to see. So yeah, hopefully we can go forward from there. We'll see you all at the Sutton game. Come on, Ian Foster. Ian Foster's green and white Barmy army. Up the Janners, up the Argyle, up the Greens, up the Pilgrims, up the Plymouth. Come on, you boys in green. We'll see you all for the next video. Cheerio.
When they pull on the green, they're all Janners.